Hey, what's up? Jacob's neglecting his duties this week to do commentary for his battle, so I, your god, Nick, head coach of the Mount Silver Scyther and commissioner of this wonderful PBL league, is doing commentary for this battle in round 1 of the playoffs against the Pallet Town Dunsparce with Chris. So we got Alakazam versus a Master Roshi, the painter dog. Jacob's done some tricksy shit with this Smeargle. And I think he continues to do some tricksy shit. I don't really know. Maybe he just like sets the thing up. Whatever. Alakazam copies his own tempo. Sets up that Substituterizers. And Nuzzle. Trying to get that paralysis. Interesting. Not enough to break the substitute though. So yeah, little painty doggo, you gonna get slapped big time. Trigger that Focus Sash. That big fat psychic. It's like 175 special attack. It's dumb. That's super high. Craziness. But Sticky Web is set up. And now Dogudog is dead. 1 HP, he doesn't survive much. He's weak. All he has is the gimmick of Sketch. Sorry homie, you just ain't that good. Trixie, but you ain't that good. Now Android 21, that's a DBZ reference. Like his entire team. And fucking Porygon 2 just eats attacks. Like, look at this. Look at this. That doesn't even do 50%. And he T-bolts, claps back. That's going to be enough to break that substitute eventually. And now Kazamarizer is going to Psychic again. And Android 21 going to Ice Beam. That's going to do some damage. Not that much though. Now Jacob has to be like, shit, boy. And he sacrifices Porygon 2. It took like 3 hits. Should take more than that. He hasn't used it that much this season. He's used like literally everything else on his team. And Majin Mew, something that actually resists those psychics. And a Recover comes out where Mew's probably just going to set up because that's what Jacob's done every single week with Mew. And Light Screen. There it is. There it is. There it is. I knew it. I called it. I said it. It happens. I'm just psychic. I'm a clairvoyant. I see the future. Zam sets up that substitute again, and he's just trying to run a train with this fucking thing. U-turn. This one's for you, Ian. So we got King Kai coming back in. I see the resemblance now that I've watched that far into DBZ. I can see it. I synced it. Now he tail glows. Tail glow. And with that that thing, that setup stuff, he takes those hits well. Megazam sets up his Substitute again. The Surf's gonna totally break that. It probably super killed him. But the substitute only needs to take 25% of Alakazam's health to break, and it breaks. And now he attacks with the big Psychic, which isn't really going to do that much. Maybe a quarter again. A little over a quarter. But does drop the special defense, which means King Kai is... It's going to take some damage if it's a special attack that comes into it. Megazam dies because Megazam is big and lame. He looks kind of cool, and he's got some stupid stats like 150 speed, 175 special attack, but it just ain't enough. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. So Raikou comes out naturally. An electric type Pokemon is going to threaten a water type Pokemon 99 out of 1000% of the times. And even with that +3, it's not enough. And he can just T-Bolt and just Desert. King Kai beat Deadzo. And a critical hit. I don't think it mattered, but it happens, man. You get critted. This has been a haxy critty season. Shitty happens, yeah. Son Goku almost certainly choice Scarfed, even though it doesn't really matter at this point, just because that Sticky Web is up, so he's probably going to activate anyway. Goes for that Sword Stance, gets that attack way up there. Volt Switch comes out, does a decent amount of damage, and then Raikou goes back. Tyrantrum comes out for some reason. Also not shiny. It's been shiny before, so shame on you. You've sinned, sir. You've committed a mortal crime, and I'm ashamed of you. And then you switch out. I don't know why. I don't know why you just didn't bring Lando in to begin with. Drop that attack, and then, I mean, he doesn't have any super effective damage against you. But maybe it was to specifically bait that attack? I don't know. He's still +1, so he kills you in 2 shots. I don't know what you're thinking. But I guess you don't get hit by the sticky werbs. But you withdraw. So I don't know, homie. I really don't know. Especially since now you know he is not choice itemed because he switched attacks, and he predicts and goes for the Flare Blitz. That's gonna fucking obliterate you. Bye bye, Skis Lord. You're dead. Not a great move on your part. Gonna say, Chris. Not super good. Sungu takes some recoil damage. Landorus comes back out, drops him back down to his normal, like 104 physical attack stat, like good enough. Lando leaves, brings in Schneebzel, which both stabs are super effective, so I don't know what the point of the Sneasel was. Flare Blitz comes out. I'm assuming this means you had nothing to outspeed a Infernate, because Sneasel's super dead now. Whatever, homie. It happens, man. Son Goku's almost dead due to recoil. Landorus comes back out. Now he's finally at a -1, so it's finally at a respectable pace where he can probably actually survive an attack, unless he has Hidden Power Ice or something. Flare Blitz comes out. It's gonna do damage, but I don't think that much. Nope, never mind. It's enough to kill. Wow, even at a -1. And Son Goku kills himself. Wah wah. Boy was on a roll. He was doing damage. Mew can come back out. Tyrantrum comes out, but his speed's gonna be lowered, which I think cancels out his Choice Scarf, because he probably has a Choice Scarf, because why not? Just Choice Scarf Head Smash. That's just the way to do it, because that boy just hits hard. Mew goes and sets up their Reflect, which is faster. Head Smash does come out. Who fucking called it? I fucking called it. Still does a respectable amount of damage, but you don't take any recoil because some shit with his abilities. I don't remember. I don't know. Raikou comes back out, I guess. Calling that Sticky Web can't outspeed. Shit's just rough, man. Same happened with another battle that I know of, and I'm not going to talk about it because that's spoilers for next week. Spoiler alert. Sticky Web, you got to make sure you got a way to deal with it. Well, it wasn't Sticky Web, it was Stealth Rocks, but still hazards. Got to make sure you can deal with them, man. Raikou takes a little bit of damage. He's now in a pinch. Parungadunga comes out. So no electric attacks from you, Mr. Guy. But now that you're at a -1 speed, unless you're Choice Scarf, you ain't expect shit. And it doesn't really matter because Parunga Gunga Bunga just kills you in Sludge Wave. Wah wah. Man, it happens, homie. Now you dead, Zone. Now you got 1 Pokemon's left, I think. Tyrantrum. Yeah, it's cool and all, but have you tried not being super dead? Sticky Webs. Gotta have something to deal with it, man. Gotta have something to deal with it, man. Hidden Power. Probably Hidden Power Ice. Super dead Tyrantrum right there. That just battle was very one-sided. That Chris homie on the other side, he just didn't get the job done. It happens. Round 1 of the playoffs, it was a thing. You got knocked out. It's got to happen. Somebody's got to lose that fight. And it was you, Mr. Chris. So that's what happened. That was a battle. It happened. Jacob won. He's moving on to the second round of the playoffs. He will face off against Ashe. Captain BDE rolling over there, being very confident with his baby goblin, throwing out that little bird man. And we'll see how that goes next week when that battle actually happens eventually and gets recorded and does things for it. So yeah, we're almost done with the season. We're about to finish this stuff out. So file your taxes early. I've already given that advice. Don't play in traffic. I've probably given that advice as well. Wear a condom. There you go. Life advice.